Finally, I want to help you with the last four questions on the review. So let's start with 23. If I want to find if something's linear or exponential, first I should see if there's a pattern here. This is increasing by a plus 40, plus 40, plus 40, and plus 40. Also, this is changing by 1, changing by 1, changing by 1, changing by 1. So if everything over here is on the up and up with changes of 1, and there's a nice pattern over here with adding, then I know that I'm going to be linear. And my slope is going to be my change in y over my change in x. So my slope will be a constant 40 over 1, or just 40. On 25, if I want to find out when f of x, which is this part, is going to be less than 1.5 grams, I need to find a pattern. So 50 to 25, that is multiplying by 1/2. It's taking a half. Half of 50 is 25. Half of 25 is 1/2 again. So that's 12.5. Half of 12.5 is going to be 6.25. Now, I already knew this pattern was happening, so I went ahead and took in my calculator. I said, what's 6.25 divided by 5? And that was 3.125. So again, I divided by 2. Another change here, divide by 2. And finally, my last change, divide by 2. So I go ahead and divide by 2 every single time. But what's happening over here? This is growing by 12. This is growing by 12. This is growing by 12. So again, if I want to grow by 12, this would have to become 48. And then if I want to grow again, that would become, well, that would become 60. And then if I want to grow again by 12, that would become 72. So when it asks for less than 1.5 grams, a lot of people might stop here at 60 days because that's when it becomes 1.56. But it's going to be beyond 60 days because I have to get smaller than this number. So I'd say the answer is a little more than 60 days. On 25, if I want to find the slope, I'm going to have to use my old slope formula, where slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm given an interval of x's, so this is going to be x1, this is going to be x2. What I have to do is find my y's when I have those x's. So first I'm going to get y1 when I have 3 to the negative 2. I flip that, and that becomes 1 over 9. So that's going to be 0.1 repeated. Y2 is going to be when I put in x2. So that'll be 3 to the 2. Well, that's just 9. So now I'm going to go ahead and plug these into my equation. So now I have 9 minus 0.111111 divided by my 2 minus a minus 2. Well, the top's going to become 9 or 8.99999, and the bottom is going to become 4. So that's going to become approximately around 8 divided by 2, which is 8 divided by 4, which is approximately 2. My slope should be anywhere near 2. I'm going to do the same thing over here, marking an x1 and a x2. I'm going to go ahead and plug these in. I'll get y1 when I have a fourth raised to the negative 2. Again, this flips, and I get 4 over 1 to the 2, which is just going to become 16. y2 is going to be when I plug in 3. So I'll have 1 over 4 to the 3. which is going to become 1 over 4 to the 3. So 4 times 4 times 4, this is 16 times 4, which I think is 64. So instead of 64 on the top, this bottom part becomes 64. So I'd have 1 over 64. So my y1 is 16. Y2 is 1 over 64. X1 is -2. X2 is -3. And I'm going to go ahead and plug it into this very same equation over here. And I'll find my m.